Salve Taurini e Taurine, siamo su Baldur's Gate, anche oggi sempre sul pezzo, sempre con l'equipaggiamento più nuovo. Allora, io intanto ne approfitterei e vorrei fare un viaggetto. Perché c'è scadere il personaggio segnalata? Volevo andare all'accampamento, così sia da sbloccare magari discussioni nuove. L'avvizzito. Cosa ci fai tu qui?
As predicted, I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services.
Stavi sistemando qualcosa. Allora,
There are many answers to that question. None are important.
allora, concentra le tue energie divine che senti dalla tua... Io questo. Direi che ci sta tutto. Sì, non la farò mai, regà. 20 di dato puro. Ho fatto arta, ma fallisco, palese.
There is a great divine energy indeed, but the source is unclear.
Di sicuro è un sacerdote, perché se mi parla di roba divina un sacerdote.
Beyond mortal realms, there doth exist an amalgamation of spirits akin to thine own, ensnared by the treacherous cult of the Absolute, felled in its name. They bear great discontentment with their destiny.
Sì, ora capi chi è l'assoluta.
For a mere pittance of coin, I might summon the worthiest among them to lend aid to thy undertaking.
Questi sono volontariamente, che posso dire?
Most willingly, forsooth. Their passions doth run deep for what hath been wrought upon them. Suspicion always haunts the guilty mind. My services are all that I can proffer thee. What thou wilt do with them is for thee to undertake.
Da essere neutrale puro. Lui ti dà i suoi servigi, poi te la giochi tu.
Should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, I will cleave soul to body once more.
Ah, quindi puoi resuscitare. Stai parlando?
Because it is my calling, there is little else to explain. A matter of coin.
Chiamava poca. Ah, vedi, puoi rispecchiare. E se non avessi tutto l'oro al momento, 200.
Then I shall
In
wait
tal caso
here
attenderò pazientemente
patiently
finché non avrai.
until it is acquired. Very well.
Recluta un gregario, congedo un gregario, vorrei parlare di qualcos'altro. Ragazzi, mi dite riguardo ai gregari qualcosa nei commenti? Così lasciate anche appunto i suddetti, qualche like e magari chi vuole si iscrive anche. No, per ora l'avvizzito lo lasciamo più buono buonino, però non è male. Allora, vediamo se c'è qualcuno che vuole parlare. Allora, abbiamo... Io volevo recuperare un po' con cuore scuro, visto che alcune scelte non sono state proprio apprezzate. Io per ora queste le lascio qui.
The Blade of Frontiers. Let's hope Will lives up to his name. We'll need all the help we can get. We've been through quite a lot, with likely more to come. Care to narrow it down a little? I must admit, you've been a surprise, and not an unpleasant one. Kindred spirits are few and far between for me. Besides, you saved my life aboard the Nautiloid. How can I do anything but sing your praises? I suppose we'd go our separate ways. Not a slight on your company, of course.
Insieme ci andiamo d'accordo.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. If we do survive, we'll have separate lives to return to. I need to get to Baldur's Gate. There's someone waiting for me there.
Scopriamo.
Someone I have to reach. As soon as possible. Thank you. And you're right. It's a delicate matter. Not something for light conversation.
Direi che per ora ce la siamo trattata bene. No, direi che per ora la fermiamo qui. Non voglio forzare la mano. L'avvizzito ci abbiamo parlato. Mi interessava parlare con il buon Gale per capire meglio.
I've known a few warlocks in my time. Talented, of course, though sometimes too eager to listen to the devils on their shoulders. Comes with the territory, unfortunately.
Think of it as tribute. The kind a king might pay to a more powerful neighbor to avoid invasion. As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop, along comes a war. I can assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone.
Your enterprising approach to my problem is most encouraging. But it is a delicate process to keep my condition stable. I do not yet need to consume an item, but keep it close by. It will not be too much longer.
Direi terminiamo la conversazione. Raga, non voglio mai forzarle più di tanto. Ah, Will. Oggi conosciamo un po' il gruppo, dai. È finita da dare caccia a una diavolessa degli inferi.
I've come to know a fair few village clerics, but none with the skill to pull these worms from our heads. From what I understand, there's a healer called Nettie in the Grove. Perhaps she's got the talent. We should pay her a visit.
Buono a sapersi.
A most vicious one, in fact. It's made from pure bloodstone, carved from the Galena Mountains just north of the Moonsea. A reminder that sometimes blood must be shed and sacrifices must be made. But that story is reserved for lifetime friends and calmer days. By all means.
Allora, come sei diventato la lama della frontiera?
One does not pursue a champion's life. One merely answers its call. So it was for me. I was hunting near the Cloakwood when I heard it. A child crying out from a lone farmstead. I found him in the fields, flanked by goblins. His mother's corpse bled into the soil next to him. I don't remember much of the battle.
but I remember drying the boy's tears after.
Orgoglioso di stare lui chiamato.
Proud. No. Angry. Angry at the monsters preying on innocents. Angry at the so-called good gods for tolerating the cruelty of the evil. Angry at myself that it took so long for me to see the coast suffering. The frontiers demanded a blade. And so I heeded.
Non è così grande, io non ho mai sentito parlare di te. È bello dare finalmente un volto a un nome. Usiamo il
And it's
balduriano.
nice to meet someone of your talents. Having a worm wriggling in my skull didn't instill much confidence in the days ahead. With you as my ally, the future looks a little less daunting.
Sono onorato.
Karlach's fires raged in Baldur's Gate before she escaped to Avernus, as my source told it, and she was planning to return. One of the archdevils Zariel's own, chaos incarnate, a devil with pure fire for a heart. I made my way to Avernus to stop her. She fled from my reach, even climbed aboard the Mind Flayer ship as it screeched through the hells. I followed in close pursuit. I can't bear to imagine the lives Karlach might be taking, the damage she might be doing. A powerful friend with a keen interest in privacy. I'm sworn to say no more.
Ok, direi che per lui l'abbiamo dipanata abbastanza. Vale. Proviamo a parlare con la GD Anki o col nostro Astarion. Io direi con Astarion.
We're traveling with the famed Blade of Frontiers. I feel safer already.
Non mi pare molto convinto e contento del tutto.
The Githyanki people have a word for men like the Blade of Frontiers. Shalak. Roughly translated, idealist do-gooder. Or better yet, benevolent burden. His confidence is an asset. His pursuit of valor, not so much.
Solito chiarire queste parti. No, sinceramente non mi interessa più di tanto chiacchierare con lei. A questo punto io mi faccio un bel riposo lungo. Ok. Ah, mi vogliono praticamente parlare tutti. Che caspita.
It's quite a sight. The stars, I mean. I could take or leave your chin. I am. I've been thinking, reflecting on what tomorrow might bring when we meet this goblin priestess. Will she know how to bring the worm under control? Will this little adventure of ours be over? Good. I don't want you to run off just yet.
Astarion. Buono.
You're
Non?
quite the ally after all. Traversing Avernus, surviving the crash, surviving everything that's followed. I'm not easily impressed by people, but you're stronger than I gave you credit for.
Raga, questo è palesemente...
Yes, we're more similar than I thought. Oh, I was leagues away. I just need to get some air, clear my head. I'll see you later, I'm sure. Sleep tight.
Provolone. Distante provolone.
A fine evening, don't you think? The
Ammazza
moonlight
quanto si
shines
brutta.
warmly on us. The breeze caresses our faces. Hideous. All of it. Would that I were doing battle up there, among the tears. I see naught but cowards cowering in their groves and grottos. Flowering meadows and fecund soil have softened their minds and muscles. They rely on strangers' swords when they should be forging their own. Look above. Watch the moon cross the sky. The tears follow behind it. Rocky bodies tumbling through the sea of night. One of them is my crash. Clear.
Ah, praticamente sei una sorta di
Do you
aliena.
think me so sheltered? My entire clutch battled beholders deep within the eye of the sky. We infiltrated a Nyogi spelljammer and laid waste to its crew. The tears span Toral's sky, Vinisk. There is more to this realm than this grassy pebble. But enough of this. You are wasting your resting time. Come dawn, we resume our search for a creche.
Va bene, signora. Obbedisca, riverisca.
A tingle runs through your head and down to your feet.
Ah, there it is. That shiver. Our little brainworms have made fast friends, it would seem. How do you feel? Courage in danger's shadow. I love to see it. But shouldn't the shadow have crept closer? Gone darker by now? Before the Illithid's unscheduled surgery, I'd felled hundreds of beasts and a fair few fiends. The tadpoles weakened me, suppressed greater talents, but beyond that, I've showed no signs of turning. No nausea, no pain, not even a hot flash.
I nostri girini. Nel senso, lo so perché non ci siamo trasformati. Potremmo sempre cercare i funghi. Così mi pare di sta a flirtà.
Perhaps the worm's vat was poisoned. Perhaps we're uncommonly fit. Or perhaps the tadpoles are merely on holiday. We could conjecture all night. I suppose the why doesn't matter so much as the what next. And that answer is plain as the horns on a war devil's head. We get these things out. Let's
Concordo.
get some rest. Dawn comes sooner than we think.
No, vediamo se c'è qualcun altro che mi vuol parlare. Vedi che era destino e dove inizia a parlare con sta patatona?
The leader of the pack comes to chat. What's on your mind? You must be pleased to have a clear path forward. The sooner we find this priestess gut, the better. Can't wait to get rid of this thing in my head. Head to Baldur's Gate. Someone's waiting for me. Let a girl have some secrets. Was there anything else?
No, allora, sarei tentato, ragazzi. Però no.
The same. These parasites are proving suspiciously benign. But suppose I turn. What would you do?
Cerco una cura, nessuno.
It's hardly hypothetical. We're still in danger after all.
Mettere semplicemente... No, sinceramente... Questa.
Really? I'd just kill you. Anyway, get some rest. Try not to dream about tying me up.
Vabbè, non sognerò di legarti, che ti devo dire, tesoro. No, ragazzi, non si fa, fate i bravi, mi raccomando. Direi selezione automatica, così recuperiamo tutto. E... vai, riposo completo. E che paraculo. Io lo sapevo che Astarion faceva qualche zozzata. Allora, direi che abbiamo parlato un po' con tutti, abbiamo dipanato un po' i personaggi. È stata molto carina come cosa. Ora direi di ritornare nel mondo reale, o perlomeno fuori dall'accampamento. Allora, vediamo un attimo qui che c'è di bello. Dove siamo? Dove siamo? Dove siamo? Ok, Gale. Allora, posso passare per di qua? E guarda quanto se ne sono sbloccate. Allora, questo non parlava. Io direi puntiamo allora al boschetto dei druidi. Quindi direi qui. Quindi se mi ricordo bene. Mira?
Damn goblins!
Oh, I was just gonna let it fall off, stick it in my satchel. Ain't letting anyone here near me. They all sat and watched while Zevlon near got us killed.
Fate entrare, poteva andare.
Oh, very gracious of you. We expected a soft job. Something to test the new lad, maybe, but not a bloody goblin nest. Most would have turned tail at the sight, but not Liam, no. He charged him, the stupid bastard.
Se vedete, quindi avete lasciato il vostro amico un po'.
Nah. He must have thought we were following. Always the optimist was Liam. Hope they cut him down quick before he saw we were gone.
Non so se è un bene o un male.
Good to be back behind the walls, have to say. For as long as that lasts. Don't make me hurt you, boy.
If it ain't the fearless goblin slayer, you sure you want to be seen with me? I ain't exactly popular with this lot.
Lo rispetto.
Please. A good sword will get you farther than honor any day. What do you want, anyway? I ain't local. I knew the fella in charge, but barely said 2 words to the devil's swarm in his place. Aye. His name's Halsin. And if he's still alive, he'll be cursing the day he laid eyes on me. We've got a contract to track down some relic, and he wanted in on the job. Eyes lit up when he heard about it.
Didn't work out, though. Goblins got him when we were turning tail. He's either digging latrines or boiling in a cookpot by now.
Se ne scappare un paio. Posso dare una chiave al contratto?
Job's all yours, if you got a death wish. There's a wizard in Baldur's Gate that'll pay gobloads for a relic supposedly buried round these parts. But gold ain't any use if you're too cold to spend it. It's called the Night Song. Supposed to be hidden under the temple where the goblins jumped us.
I'd give you the map and wish you a happy funeral, but my mate Brian kept hold of it like his own Todger. Goblins made sure to the fat old chunk.
All I've got's the contract. It'll show you where we turn back, if you feel like dying. Don't thank me. I'll be well on my way to Baldur's Gate when you die.
Sempre simpatico questo, eh? Cazzetto in fronte no, eh?
I already told you I
No, buono. Qui si cambia sezione. Non facciamo casini. Non ho capito perché non mi si vede lo scudo, onestamente. Allora, questo era il mercante iniziale.
This grove is kept by Sylvanus' faithful.
Se ho capito bene, i druidi dovrebbero stare.
I swear that ox's gaze is following me.
This place is a bloody death trap, not a sanctuary. You should clear off while you can. Can't keep the goblins out forever. This is no fault.
Doni?
He stares right past you as if you're invisible or boring. He's still staring right past you. You see nothing out of the ordinary. As you turn back, the child slips between the rocks.
No, in cerca di un'apertura. È abbastanza facile, ma io mi prevengo il tiro. E appunto quando è la fortuna del taurone.
Look the rocks over, but find no sign of a way through.
Allora, quanti metallici? Sono chiari, quindi li posso prendere. Quando sono chiari non mi possono dire niente. Forziere mal ridotto. Allora questo mi sa che è un lavoro per il nostro Astrion. Anzi, se non mi ricordo male, almeno non mi sono rimbambito.
For now.
Io con lui avevo caricato uno scassinare. Vedi? Niente alchemici. Vedi? Come dicevo, i maghi hanno le 8000 salse.
Look, don't take your eyes off my hands.
Ragazzi, vi lascio qui. Prima dei druidi. La prossima volta parleremo direttamente con loro. Già si intravedono sotto. Con un Credendo Vides vi dico alla prossima e arrivederci.